Mo kí ẹ̀yin ìyá wa, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa nílé lóko lájò, ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́ níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti gbé ń gbọ́ wa. A tún ti dé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé a máa ń sọ wípé gbogbo ohun tó bá ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà, nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, a ó máa mú wá sí etí ìgbọ́ yín. Kí la mú wá sí etí ìgbọ́ yín lénìí ẹ̀yin ìyá wa, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa? Mo mú fídíò kan wá. Ẹ jẹ́ á jọ farabalẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ á jọ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí brọ́dà wa Ọmọyẹlé Sowore, ẹ jẹ́ á jọ gbọ́rọ̀ tí brọ́dà wa yìí sọ. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé àwa náà ti máa ń sọ time without number wípé Nàìjíríà yìí ò lè work, wọ́n ti bà gbogbo nǹkan jẹ́. Bí mo ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ìwọ́de ń lọ lọ́wọ́ ní Nàìjíríà. Ẹ wò, ẹ má jẹ́ n sọ̀rọ̀ jù, ẹ jẹ́ á jọ gbọ́rọ̀ tí brọ́dà mi Ọmọyẹlé Sowore, ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ, ẹ jẹ́ á jọ gbọ́. Ó yá, ẹ jẹ́ á jọ wo fídíò náà.
Standard of Nigerian university, but because of the color of their skin and the connections they have, they come and be telling you about what they don't know. So that is the reason why we're saying, look, get rid of all these useless policies that say you can't take care of your people. Because you see, when you don't take care of these people, you don't give them free education, you don't give them free healthcare, we are going to have what Nigeria is having now. This idea of banditry, terrorism, like the bad roads, they were as a result of the policies of the World Bank and the IMF, what they used to call the Structural Adjustment Program. They might change the nomenclature from time to time, but it's basically the same thing. It's the same context. Don't fund public education. But if you study them very well, they have admitted several times that their policies don't even work. So why is anybody after such policy? But we know the reason why Tinubu is following IMF bumper to bumper. It's because he lacks legitimacy. It's very difficult for you to resist them. If you win election, if your people vote for you, you can call their bluff. Argentina called their bluff before Brazil. Brazil is being ruled. Lula is a socialist. And the period that Brazil enjoyed the most prosperity was under Lula. That's why they brought him back again. Are you getting my point? Now, if you are flying from Lagos to Abuja, you are likely to be flying on a Brazilian-made jet. Nigeria, by the way, in the 70s, was giving money to Brazil. Nigeria was paying salaries of workers in Cuba. Yes, because why? The value of the naira was such that if you travel abroad, you are in a hurry to come back to Nigeria. But what is the value of the naira today? Even Benin Republic, their CFAO, or what they call CFA, is more valuable than Nigerian naira. The Nigerian naira is not worth the quality of the paper upon which it is printed. The Nigerian naira is equivalent to a toilet paper compared to all these African, small African countries. You know, Nigeria has nothing. It's just giant of failure. Nobody should be calling Nigeria giant of Africa. The only thing we are gigantic about is oppressing our citizens. You ask DSS to beat them up, police beat them up. That's the only thing we know how to do. That's the only thing we know how to do. So, but we must transition from that era, and without a revolution, that transition can never happen. That's why we don't deceive people that these protests by themselves or elections by themselves can solve Nigeria's problem.
Thank you for that. Now, the government is arguing that these reform policies could potentially fix Nigeria's economy, but some experts are also saying that that the government was reckless about there was no cushioning effect to fall back to. Do you agree with this?
There's no need for any cushioning effect. The policies that are supposed to be in place to support children when they are born is not supposed to be ad hoc. The policies for people who are unemployed is not supposed to be ad hoc. The idea of getting buses on the highway for mass transit is not supposed to happen because there's a protest. The idea of building railway is not supposed to happen because people are planning a protest. You go and bring out all this ad hocism has never helped the country. Institutionalize all these policies for social justice in the country, and you don't have to worry about it. America is not going to worry about Medicaid or Medicare because they established it a long time ago that at the age of, when you reach 65, you'll be getting mails that says, oh, join this group. They'll send you your benefits at the age of 65, including Viagra, in case you are no longer working under there. You see? And if you are poor, they give you what they call Medicaid, so that you can see a doctor whenever you are sick. When you want to go to school, they give you grants. They also grant you loans. But I don't even want Nigerians to be collecting loans because Nigeria is trying to forgive the loans they gave to people, yes, because it has become a traumatic experience for people who got loans. Why should we be giving loans to our people when we can give them grants? All we need to do is just cut down the cost of governance in the country. Why do you have to give a senator a car that is worth 160 million naira when he doesn't even go to work? Go to the Senate. Anybody that is in the media that is covering the Senate, go to Senate. If you find 16 people as you are speaking at any session, you are lucky. And out of that 16, 10 of them are falling asleep. So what are they doing there? Get rid of the Senate or get rid of the House of Rep. Give the Senate, it's enough. Yes. So that we don't have to be buying all these cars. Use the cars to pay for education of our kids. Because the kids that are educating themselves on their own, they are the ones that are keeping this country alive. All this cryptocurrency thing you are doing, there are people who developed on their own the knowledge of what you call decentralized banking. Because there's new currency in town. And that is what is going to oust these people from power before they know it. Technology. But you cannot get to that place without having people who have technological understanding of how the world works. Tinubu doesn't even know how to operate a phone, I'm sure, or an email. How can he understand cryptocurrency? How can he understand that the world is on the verge of change when it comes to how the financial system, global financial system is working? Or how to make money without having to go and carry block? That's the problem.
So yes. Finally, the government is responding to the protest. We've seen the release of grains to lower prices. We've seen also just yesterday the finance minister announced that they begin cash transfers to 12 million households. Do you think this is even enough, or it is just a knee-jerk?
They have been doing cash transfers to people. Under Buhari, they were doing cash transfers. But the question I should ask is that to whom is the cash being transferred? Do you know have you ever collected the cash transfer to your family? I've never received it before, and I don't know anybody here has ever received it. Who should be collected? Because the cash transfers are going to the pockets of the political operatives of the major political parties. We don't need cash transfers. Put in place social safety nets. Let there be a social security system in place that people can draw from without having to wait for government to say we are doing trader money. That was what Ooshanla did until he became. Yes, I don't know if you still have some of those things now. Why is Ooshanla no longer doing trader money? Because it never worked. It was a gimmick to fool people. So conditional, the word conditional cash transfer itself is a very tricky little word. That means the money might get to you, or it may not get to its final destination. That's what conditional means. So they might want to just press send and decide not to send the money. So it's a scam. It's a scam. So please stop listening to all these people in government. They have no new ideas. Listen to us, those of us who want to change this country. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, we have told them, make the refineries work. For 8 years, they said one is about to work last year, December. That was Port Harcourt. The labor leaders were supposed to go and visit. They said the plane that was supposed to take them developed ports in Abuja. Till today, they have not seen the refinery because there's no refinery anywhere. But this is the same country that helped Dangote to build the refinery. Cannot repair its own refinery in Africa. It's a shame, and we must admit it. And this is an opportunity to tell the people that they use, be it all those people you call experts, the security agencies that are being used, that if they don't stop, they will become victims of the same system. Because Nigerians have been pushed to the edge. At any moment from now, anything can happen. That's even those of us who are here leading this protest might become irrelevant when the real hungry people take over the struggle. Yes.
What steps should the federal government take to address this economic action that Nigerians are facing?
I cannot be advising the federal government. I don't. I cannot advise the federal government of people who are deaf and dumb. That's the problem. We have told them what to do.
They should reduce the cabinet.
Yes. We have
They should reduce the cabinet.
Go ahead, Dave.
No, they should reduce the cabinet.
They should dissolve their cabinet, dissolve themselves. Let the people rule their country.
Even the common man at the street are doing their day-to-day business.
Ẹ̀yin ìyá wa, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa, ṣé ẹ ti wá gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí brọ́dà mi Ọmọyẹlé Sowore tí wọ́n sọ? Ọ̀rọ̀ tí brọ́dà yẹn sọ, ẹdúná ṣé wọ́n parọ́ ni? Wọ́n parọ́. Ṣé rí ṣebí nǹkan táwa Yorùbá nation náà tá a rí lélẹ̀ tá fi sọ wípé Nàìjíríà ò lè work. ó kàn jẹ́ pé brọ́dà mi Ọmọyẹlé Sowore àwọn sì ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé bóyá káwọn tún Nàìjíríà tò bó ṣe kọjú sáwọn nìyẹn bó ṣe kọjú sáwa Yorùbá nation ni wípé ká pín wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́ kó ní kálukú bá tiẹ̀ lọ kò lè work. ẹ wò àwa Nàìjíríà wa Yorùbá tó bá kọjú sí wa kátá tó bá kẹ̀yìn sí wa kátá tó bá kà wá nìkan ẹja tèrò ara wa pa. ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má gbàgbé láti bá wa pín fídíò yìí ẹ ṣé gan-an.